Welcome
Here
to
we are.
the very first
Episode
episode of our podcast, video, whatever you want to call it. I mean, we have a
Instructron
name.
Unstructured. It
Yes,
is. I mean, that's in the name. It has no structure.
there's no structure. It's the one time we can be unstructured, but
Exactly.
this is going to be a behind the scenes kind of look at Instructron and
everything we've been working on.
Yeah, everything that we've been working on. And how two teachers, us and one very, very nice patient brother, Khoa, who has built this technology for us. You've probably seen us, but it's launch day. So we're going to reveal, it's like,
I hope that's where he'll show up.
Please show up in the middle. We'll reveal.
Oh, it's all good. You're over here.
That's Khoa. He's real.
That's Khoa. He's a real person.
We have launched my face and we're done for the day. Okay.
There you go. That's what the countdown was for.
That's it. See you later.
No.
Hello. Nice to meet everyone. I'm typically more behind the scenes guy, just, hacking away, but it's time. It's time to get more involved in the community and talk to y'all. And it's been a fun. How many months have we been working on this? Like few months.
4.
And we're happy to show you where we are today on our launch day.
Yeah, I mean, Joe and I didn't go into the teaching profession to build a tech company, but here we are.
Here we are. I mean, we did officially meet as future business leaders of America. So perhaps it's only fitting.
So the thing is, we all did go to high school together. I'm only a year older than Khoa. So throughout school, there you go. Joe, there's me. Oh God.
Yep.
That's like the
nice grainy photo.
That's Joe.
That's me.
We were both in future business leaders. Both turned out teachers.
Yes.
But this is what's wild. This is what.
Look at. So there I am again. But next to me is Khoa.
So here's the funny thing. You guys didn't know each other.
No. I mean, obviously we knew each other well enough to sit next to each other in a picture.
But like your arms are touching. Like when you're not even friends at this point.
That was a nudge, like, hey, I'll see you in a decade or a couple decades.
Right.
3 decades. No. So that's really cool that like we all went to high school together, really with no intention that maybe one day we'd work together. This is all kind of very serendipitous.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only word.
It really came about just because you were like talking to your brother, like, just like.
Well, if we go back, Khoa quit his job. So Khoa, I don't know if you want to explain more about that.
Yeah. So about 5 months ago, I quit to just pursue my own thing full time. And it's the first time I've ever done that. I had been working, almost 20 years full time in tech companies, big, large organizations. So I worked at Qualcomm, then went to Uber, then went to Facebook, then went to ServiceNow, and that's where I was the last 5 years. And so lots of experience. I worked in adult education. Like all of my roles have been building technology for learning groups, learning, training, learning and development, HR groups. I've been parts of lots of different parts of the business. And so this common theme was always learning. And so you can see there's a natural overlap between, the things that I was looking at and what my sister and what Joe are doing. And so I know this wasn't our first project together. There's always been a few things. It's always like, hey, how can I make your lives easier? I have some free time. Maybe I can hack something together and maybe it'll help you, with what you do in the classroom. And
we've definitely utilized his skills in the past.
Yeah, so that's the thing is Khoa's kind of always helped with small little things. Like if we're like, hey, could you build this? Like, you can build it? I think we were always like, how do you do that? Our world is just so different. And it wasn't until so Khoa quit his job and we were talking again about like, hey, is there anything that you guys need right now? And we're just trying to brainstorm things. And it was the middle of test prep. This is really how it came about. And I was expressing some frustration that there was nothing out there. Well, there's things out there for test prep, but nothing that allows us to really help all of our students, like you have questions, you have practice questions, and you can give them to students and they can take them. But when you have 32 students in your class of all different abilities, there's no way it's not feasible to reach every child like the way you want to and help them for these standardized tests.
Right. And how good is practicing taking a test if they don't even know whether or not the way they're answering is correct? So they're just going to practice the wrong things over and over again.
And the ones who are getting it are the vocal ones in our class, and those are the ones that we're meeting. But then you have the quiet ones who are nodding their head yes, so you don't know if they truly get it, but they're not asking the question. So then, obviously AI has blown up in the last year for teachers. I think it's been around. Khoa's been dabbling with it more, but it has been bigger. So he kind of said like, well, I could build like a coach. And I was like, it's like, you're building me a teacher aid, like a teacher
Please
aid.
do.
Like, yeah. We can't afford
and like
those.
I'll believe it when I see it. And then
and you did it, and we believed it.
Okay,
so that's kind of how that all got started, and then it just sort of snowballed as we were able to use it right away in our class.
Yeah, so I shared this like as the first like demo for them. It was like, hey, Instructron, here's an access code, because EdTech, you've got to have different students entering codes and stuff. And oh my gosh, the colors were a little all over the place. But let me share like one of the first kind of views of the test prep platform. And actually, this piece is very similar than what you'll see today. And you've got your source material, you've got questions you can answer, and if you got something wrong, like you'll get some feedback, and I didn't have a screenshot queued up for it, but you've got an AI coach as well to ask more, and we'll show that in the demos. But this is fun because it was like the first cut of it. Top floor coach is what we called it then, for top floor teachers.
Yeah.
And everything you see now is like how it's grown since.
Yeah, we were able to pilot it with our students, and their feedback, they were so excited. I think it was a really big aha moment because we realized that AI could help us without replacing us. Because I think that's the scary thing. People are like,
that's
AI
a huge fear for a lot of people. It's like, well, I don't want it to take my job.
Correct. And I don't ever think it's going to take a teacher's job.
Right.
We just have such a unique job, but I think it could be used for good, and it could be used
to help us.
Yeah. Now, obviously, what people are familiar with, ChatGPT, you can ask it anything, right? And so we had to talk to Khoa about we can't give that to students and let them run free, because we saw that they were asking it like, do you like pizza? Will you marry me? And we were like, uh-oh. Like, we got to really make this coach us. Like, we don't allow that. So the coach won't allow that.
Well, and you also just need to think about student safety and, just making sure that everything that they're inputting is something that we as the teacher will also have access to.
Well, we were really big about that with Khoa. We were saying like privacy and private and us being able to see on that end, like the students know I can see what you are writing. So we'll talk about that later with the whole data and the insights, but that's kind of like our big mission, right? Is like, how can we save teachers time so that they can do what is best, which is instruct and teach. So that's kind of the big thing. But we can kind of take a look at the platform, because if you're new to it or you were with us, this is kind of what it looks like.
Because it's definitely grown beyond test prep.
Absolutely. And I think the great thing about our working together is the fact that you're both still in the classroom today. You build something, especially when you were still in session. You know, it was just like, I built this. You tried it the same day. You gave me all the feedback. You know, you had other people in the school testing it, and then we had, you know, our whole early access program with everyone who was, you know, part of top floor's audience, and it was amazing how fast we just kept improving on it. You know, like people were.
I mean, you're telling me we would go to bed one night with some feedback. We wake up in the morning and it was all fixed. And
yeah, no,
something has changed.
Literally, I said, well, we can't use test prep all year. I feel like I need some writing feedback. And then like 2 days later, I was like, I built something for writing. I was like, what? So this is very, very, when we say it's like built by teachers, it is essentially everything that we felt like we needed. So.
My favorite part of it is the data section.
I know. I want to like
that's
really
where you can really see everything that your students are doing. So you can see their responses, if they're getting them correct or incorrect. You can see.
So these analytics were really built out of what we wanted, because Joe and I would, you know, have our meetings, our PLC meetings, where we do discuss data, and our admin wants to know about how students are doing, and like, you know, this is giving us patterns, and it's letting us know how many, if students are getting it right, if they're using a coach, or if they don't use a coach. And a lot of our students were getting through this without a coach, which showed us truly.
I mean, that's the goal, right?
That's the goal, to be proficient, right?
But then also, if you see a student that is not getting them right and not utilizing the coach, that's something to, you know, intervene with them also about.
And then, so this was really cool to be able to see students asking like, well, what does this mean? And like, so that little chat bubble coming up to be able to ask like, you know, what's happening? I mean, even like at the end, you know, like you can really see if they start getting frustrated, or if they're like, I don't want to do this anymore. Then you can kind of come over, intervene, and be like, hey, I noticed you're writing these things. You know, meanwhile, you're working with a small group in person. So you're kind of getting like that tag team. So anyways, another big piece of information. Yes, today is the launch, but Khoa, do you want to talk about GPT-5?
Yes, OpenAI, you know, probably the biggest AI company out there now, who made ChatGPT. They have been on GPT-4 for, you know, a year plus. They've had 4, then they had 4.0, 4V for vision, and then they did 4.1, you know, so everyone's just been waiting for a long time for GPT-5, and it's finally here. They launched it today, and in the little bit I've seen of it, it's good, you know, and our goal is the time this video goes out to you, it's actually going to be used inside of our platform. And so that was perfect timing, you know, to launch GPT-5 within Instructron on launch day.
Yeah, so I mean, it's all very exciting, and like I said, for today, it is our launch day. It's our first episode, you know, and we wanted to share that with everybody, that if there's some real talk coming here. This is the company, and this is the team. this is all there is right now. So, and 2 of us don't know how to code.
But putting it into practice like right away and getting feedback, and so
Yeah, so I think that's the real side of it. But the upside is that the things that we want and that we want to have done, it's getting done, because it's directly funneling to you. So we're very excited. And if this is something that you would like to do or try out, Instructron.com is the link, and it is live now.
And
you can get 14 free days.
You know, if you are someone who's like, I want to try it out, you can 2 weeks get a feel for it, see if it's something that you want to do. If you feel like, yes, I want to commit, I want to try it for the year, and you want to like be here with us, we have a code for you that can get you 20% off your first year. Top floor 20. So you can use that, and it'll give you an extra 20%. So that should be really helpful, so that you can just kind of like have it for the school year.
Exactly.
So anyways,
we're looking forward to having more of these episodes, doing some more deep dives into all of our different, you know, parts of the program, and what we hope to see in the future, and also just some other fun behind the scenes of day in the life of teachers and tech wizards. And
Yeah, Joe and I are pretty happy because we've had 2 months off. So I don't know what will look like in
life
the
is going to change a little bit.
life's gonna
And
change when we go back. So no, but we're excited, and we're looking forward to sharing more updates. And again, if you are on it and you love it, word of mouth, share it with a friend, share it with your colleagues, your teammates, your neighbor who's a teacher. Like, that's going to help us out so much, because again, we're 2 full-time teachers and then 1 developer, and we're hoping to make this something that can be a big impact in classrooms all across really the world.
should we mention our giveaway?
Oh, okay. So if you've made it this far and you've watched, I think you deserve a reward.
I mean,
That's
I
a
feel like that's a
reward.
reward in
No,
itself.
we're gonna probably share it on some platforms, but we would love to give away 1 free membership to a deserving teacher. And look, Joe froze at the excitement. Oh no, he's back. I thought he froze because he's like, "Wow, I'm so excited."
I am
We're too
too
excited.
excited.
But if you sign up and you use our code TOPFLOOR20, we will choose 1 person by, what's the date, Joe? August 15th.
August 15th.
Yes.
August 15th.
August 15th. So 1 week from
Yep.
launch day. 1 week exactly. August.
Next week.
We
Yep.
will choose somebody, and we will give
And
you,
you'll get the whole year for free.
and we would love to do that for a deserving teacher. So check it out, and we will see you next time.
Whole year free. I wish you would have cleared it with me first.